So how did you stretch that $1,500 and make that work and start making an income in Mexico?
Well, that's a great question. First of all, I had survival skills, you know what I mean? And because of those survival skills, that helped, a lot because I wasn't in need of all these comforts that, probably a lot of people are looking out for. So yeah, when I came out here, I only had $1,500 and I had like about a month to figure it out because I was in an Airbnb and, I just had to see what I was going to do. So with that being said, I would look online, I used the advantage that I spoke Spanish. I wasn't looking for much and I was able to find a place for like around $150 a month.
How
And
much stuff did you come here with?
not much. You know what I mean? Basically, a few bags, a few suitcases worth of stuff and a
Okay.
few boxes, that I had, my family shipped me, with the remaining stuff. And that's it. I was already living a pretty minimalistic life, when before I came out here. And
Sure.
yeah, when I came out here, I was able to find that place, for, $150 a month, everything included except for the light bill. And, with 2 deposits, it was like $450 total that I had to kind of like pony up out of that 1,500. But at least I had a home. I had a place that I could, finally, rest my head without having any worry, and then only have to come up with $150 a month in rent. Which again,
Yeah.
even if I didn't have any money coming in at the moment, I had about $1,000. I was keeping my cost to a bare minimum, so just in case, anything would arise.
Sure. So that $1,500, that was after you bought a one-way ticket to Mexico and then paid to rent a cheap Airbnb for 1 month. You had $1,500 left. But then after that, 2 months deposit, 2 months deposit, first month's rent, you're down to about $1,000. And still you don't really have an income though. And that money will go fast. So
Yeah. Well, okay, so I did have a little bit of an income, and so that income was actually coming from what I was already doing in LA. So in LA, I was working for Uber, but I couldn't bring my car and do Uber here. And the other thing I was doing is that I would edit videos. I was in Hollywood and I was already, making videos for people and doing all that. So really, I would get clients online. You know what I mean? Where I would just go on Craigslist or, I already had, friends of a friend that needed a video done, whatever. And so I would just do a lot of freelancing work, where I would, edit videos and help people with that. And that was, trickling in enough money. Plus, again, I was doing YouTube. I wasn't making money on YouTube per se from ads and stuff, but I would make, money from, the residuals. I might get a donation here or I might do a Zoom call there, whatever. So slowly but surely, I was able to, just make it because remember, my rent was $150. Let's say my light bill, because the electricity is expensive in Merida due to the air conditioning and other things. Let's say it was like another $100. You know what I mean? That's $250. All the other expenses were paid by the owner of the place that I rented. So I didn't have to worry there. I just had to worry about food, and other expenses, libations, let's say you want to have a drink, whatever. And so that was always kind of enough because basically I would, depending on how much I made per month, was depending on, how good I was going to eat that month, and then,
yeah. Okay. So you had although you didn't have a job per se, you did have a little bit of money coming in from some gigs that you were getting here and there.